Hello and welcome to this video about the full moon in Virgo of March 2023. We are the astrologers of Pandora Astrology. I'm Jamie Kale Miller. I'm in Berkeley, California.
I'm Julia Mijas, and I'm in San Francisco, California. In this video, we're going to tell you about this moon, including what it's going to feel like, when it's happening, and the best ways to handle it.
And if you're curious about this moon's impact in your own chart, in a little bit, I'll give you something you can do about that. This moon speaks to me of that moment in a project where you've got a good rough draft in front of you, and now you're just fixing, tweaking, shaping, honing, perfecting, correcting, and adding in details to it, which the moon in Virgo loves to do. For those with strong Virgo in their charts, this can be a pleasant, even absorbing process, right? This moon is supported by Uranus, lovely trine here, as if Uranus is saying, yes, moon, details are good. Go slowly and put your own unique and special touch on your work. Do it your own weird, wacky way, but keep it fitting for the project itself. And that's because these are in earth signs. Pallas Athene is also here to help, forming harmonious aspects to the moon and to the sun, and even to Uranus, although I haven't drawn it in here. She offers intuitive wisdom that supports the imaginative Pisces Sun in balancing that meticulous Virgo moon. Pan into the details, she's saying, but also pan out to the blurry big picture. Don't forget context, environment, and mood while you're doing your detail work, moon. The only fly in the ointment is Mars, coming in at an angle. And this is, without Mars, this is a wonderfully supportive cradle going on here. But Mars, sort of interrupts things. He's distractible and kind of all over the place here in Gemini, finishing out still, I do believe, his retrograde span from the turn of the year, but getting ready to leave that and just move on in Gemini. And so Mars is going to cause us to have to battle with distractions. And this same Mars shows up in the other moon that we're talking about this month, but further along in Gemini and moving a little faster. So a little bit perhaps less prone to distractions. And also here, this Mars's influence isn't terrifically strong because it does square the moon and the sun at a fairly wide, just a little bit more than 5 degrees angle. And that's really kind of where I draw the line, is 5 degrees. I like it to be a good, strong influence to be worth mention in a moon. So we will be battling with distractions, and we need to remember not to try to do too much, but we can enjoy the concentration of this Virgo full moon to forward projects that are already cooking along well by the time this moon comes along. Julia, what are you noticing here? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I think I do love the concentration of this this full moon in Virgo, especially with that very helpful sextile with such a strategic asteroid as Pallas, and in the moon sign, so this makes that a very dynamic support that she's giving. And because it's a full moon, like we always say, they do tend to play out in our relationships. So the relationships affected by this full moon are really highlighted around the time of this full moon, might be relationships at the workplace, because Virgo is a work sign, so that can be your coworkers, your boss, your customers, your clients, as well as relationships in which you play the role of service to somebody else, maybe where you are being of service to someone or someone is being of service to you. And I also, I agree that Mars square, I'm happy that it's a little bit wide because it might add a little bit of extra friction within those relationships. Maybe Mars tends to be sometimes bring some disagreements or a little bit of conflict, but overall I think that, especially with the trine to Uranus, a planet that can represent your tribe, I do think overall there'll be a playing well with others, so to speak, with this full moon.
I want to add just a little bit about who's going to feel this moon especially. Moons are usually pretty palpable during the 1 or 2 days before and the 1 or 0 days after they happen. And also, if you've got something in your chart, especially if it happens to be your sun, anywhere between in this 10-degree span, 11 to 21 degrees, surrounding this moon in mutable signs, then you would pretty strongly feel this. And if it is your sun, then your birthday would be March 1 to 12, June 1 to 12, September 3 to 14, December 3 to 13. And so if your birthday falls in there anywhere, or if you're just kind of vibing with this moon around when it's happening, then enjoy that concentration and do some shaping and molding in your own quirky way. If your birthday just so happens to fall in any of those date spans and you want to know more, you can book that reading at the link in the description below and get launched into your best life. That's all for today, folks. In this video, we told you all about this moon and how to handle it for best results.
We really love making these videos for you. And if you love them too, then please hit the like button. Now, we make these videos for you for free. And if you appreciate them, then subscribing is the best way to show it. Also, share these videos with your friends too.
Enjoy your March. And until next time, we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.